Deer Creek Trailhead, and this is where I ended last night. Whispering Pines is just a 1/10 of a mile down the road, and just getting back on trail. Last night was a really good night. The camper cabin was so nice, and to have heat. I got their last cabin that was available. It was a large size, so it had multiple bunk beds in there. It slept 8, so when Claire rolled into camp, I had offered for her to stay with me. So I had a roommate last night, and it was really awesome to sit and chat and have someone to talk with about their hiking experiences, and it really made for a good night. This morning we both were kind of saying we were like so happy not to be out camping. It got really cold last night, so we were very thankful to have that chance to reset before we go to Dispersed Camp the next 2 nights. Last night I had went over the gear that I had brought on trail that didn't need to be brought on trail, but there was one thing I forgot that I did bring or add last second. For the most part, I thought the temperatures were supposed to be a little bit better, so I had, and I still do have shorts, but I added right before I left the hotel these lightweight pants, and I've been wearing them every single day, so they've never even gone in my pack. It seemed to be the perfect pant for this kind of like hot, cold, super quick dry. I'm really happy with the decision I made to add those. Ran into another thru hiker at the campground. Actually, Claire ran into him. So there was a gentleman who started the day before Claire, so that would have been Saturday, and he camped at Whispering Pines last night as well. I'm passing through Nemo today, and it's where the ATV courses are, and I think the trail kind of meets up with some portions of that. So it's going to be a little loud, and I've just kind of, from things I've read and watched on the trail, is that it can be a little scrambly and the roads are a little muddy and rutty. So I'll be glad to fully pass through that today. I'm usually a get up at sunrise, pack up my stuff, kind of hike or get on trail. But today, this morning when it was so cold and I was talking with Claire and she was going to hang back a little bit and let it warm up and then get on trail, it kind of made me think, you know, I don't need to rush to get on trail. It's cooler now, and then I'll still get to camp tonight by, 4 or 5 o'clock. So it makes more sense to wait for the temps to warm up and get on trail. A little change of pace for me. I am just in heaven with the sun being out and low wind and the temperatures rising. This is amazing. I know that there is rain in my future, so I'm going to soak all of this up. Came across a hatched egg. Don't see that every day out here. I don't know about you, but if you come from the generation I come from, you think back to Jurassic Park when you had the doctor on there that was skeptical about, that they only had female dinosaurs and that they wouldn't mate. And he said, nature always finds a way. Glad I just checked the map. I'm too busy yapping about Jurassic Park. I came over this little bridge, and it looks like, the trail just continues going this way, which is where I went. And I'm like, you know what? I better just double check. And actually, you come off that bridge and the trail is this less obvious trail that's not marked here. Getting my first ATV sightings. Made it to Jim Creek. This is the first of 3 reliable water sources that I'll have throughout the day. The next one is only a couple miles up. I do plan to fill up at each one, try to drink my whole water bottle in between. For navigation and water resources for this trip, when I had reached out to John to schedule the shuttle, he sent me pretty much all the resources I needed for the trip. There's a Google Doc that it's shared so everyone can update as they see on the trail, and it's also numbered 1 through 4 on if it's always reliable or not reliable. So there's that. The Centennial Trail book has 2 pages that I photocopied and brought that has the water sources listed in the mile markers. One of the best things that I got is the Avenza maps. So that is really the only map that you need as long as you can keep your phone charged. That's kept me on course. It shows where the water is, and then coupled with the Google Doc to see if it's reliable or not. That's been enough for me to help me plan my entire day. One tip I'll give is that the water bottle caps, I carry an extra one of these and an extra one of my liter in my ditty bag. Depends on where I'm getting water at. Here, I kept my water bottle up here and went down and filled up my water filter, but sometimes you're trying to do both down there and you could end up losing your cap downstream, which could be a huge issue. So having the backup, highly recommend that. I'm now on the shared ATV trail. I'm hoping I don't run into too many of them. I don't know how many are out here or how busy it is, but it is a little bit muddy and could get a little messy if one of them comes driving by quickly. I'm also probably leery of the situation a little more than most. I was backpacking up on the North Shore in Minnesota, and I was on the Superior Hiking Trail. There was a road walk on a gravel road for a little bit. Me and another hiker were hiking down it, and a truck from afar saw us and sped up to go super fast to go by us, and it had been pretty dry out, so it kicked up rock and dust, and I was wearing this hat and no sunglasses, so I got rocks and dust in my face. A huge cloud just blew by us. It was just such a jerk move to do. Makes you lose your faith in humanity just a little bit. He was definitely not a hiker. We would never do such a thing. These ATV trails do look like they'd be a lot of fun. Where I'm from, they call that chewing in the slough. Second water stop of the day. This is West Fork Estes Creek. I'm just going to top off my water bottle here. I think I have 4-ish miles to Box Elder, and then I'll correct my last statement. I do have a fourth water stop at Dalton where I'll fill up there before I head into camp. Some good chewing in the slough going on here. I feel like my son Jack just came to say hello. I just had 2 little butterflies fly up and around me, and they came and they flew on my cheek and then they flew away. So I feel like he was coming up and giving me a couple butterfly kisses. I just ran into the other thru hiker that was at Whispering Pines Campground last night. He set out maybe an hour before me, so we got to chat a little bit. He's up here from Daytona Beach doing the trail. I actually may run into him again. I just went off. I reached a junction to check which way to go and realized I'm off trail. So luckily there's a road here that I can cross to go find my way back on trail. So he may have taken the right way and I may run into him again. Coming to an intersection like this is kind of like anyone's guess where to go. Luckily the trail is marked pretty good right here, but I do not want to add any more extra miles to this section than I have to. It's not my favorite. Made it to Box Elder Creek. Just filtered some water. It's a little early for stopping for lunch yet for me. This would be a great spot too. I'm gonna fill up here, and then I think I have another 6 or 7 miles to get to Dalton Creek, maybe 8 miles. I'll probably find another spot to stop for lunch along the way. Okay, I changed my mind. I decided to just have lunch here. It's just too nice of a spot to pass up. I don't know how long these ATV roads go on for, but I would way rather have lunch here than go down and have to have it on the side of the ATV roads. I just checked my map and it's 8.4 to Dalton Lake. Could hear those guys coming. This is Nemo, and there is a mercantile there. I think you can get some food like burgers and stuff there, but I already ate lunch, so I'm good to go. My First ATV that might actually be on the trail. There they are. And there they go. They're going nice and slow, very respectful, and we're very polite. Officially over the ATV trails. The ATVs have not been a problem on here at all whatsoever. It's just muddy, rocky trail to follow, going up, down, up, down. It's just not the kind of trail I like to follow. I'll be happy when this section is done. I will say though, as much as I dislike this section, I am thanking my lucky stars that I am not coming through here in the rain. That would have just been a slippy, sloppy mess. Beautiful view from up here though. I'm really hoping that this is not a joke. ATV road, the Centennial Trail goes down here. I'm really hoping this doesn't go down here for a tiny bit and then veer back up on the road. It feels so much better to be back in the woods. Made it to Dalton Creek. I'm gonna fill up to do a water carry. This water will have to get me through overnight tonight and then to Elk Creek Trailhead tomorrow, so 12 miles and overnight. So I'm gonna fill up here and head on down the road. I'll be looking for camp in about 3 miles. And now the hunt for a good campsite begins. Pretty early, so I have several miles to be choosy, and I want to be a little choosy tonight. I am expecting rain and rain tomorrow morning, so I definitely want to find a good site. I think I found the spot. I am going to drop my pack and get camp set up. I will show you around my camp setup. So I have the Plex Solo. I actually just got this tent for this trip, so this is my first time. I don't know if I've quite perfected the pitch technique on this just yet. I've watched several videos and I keep trying, but hopefully I'll get there. So in the tent, all right, now I got my stuff in here. I have my tent pad. I have a 30-degree bag and my pillow here. I do like to sleep with my pack inside, so I'll bring my pack inside and all of my stuff. I leave my pole and my shoes out here. And then one of the other things I like to do almost right when I come into camp is hang my bear line. I hate doing it. I hate having to go hang my bear bag at the end of the night when I just want to like sit in the tent, especially if it's raining or if it's cold. It's been so nice out today that this has been amazing. Usually the last couple nights when I've been rolling into camp, it's been so cold that it's just so hard to even like change into your clothes and you're just trying to get warm. So I was really excited that tonight I got to actually kind of have a whole camp set up. I had someone comment on my gear loadout to show the camp setup, so I definitely wanted to get that in. And when I hadn't gotten the camp setup in on days 1 through 3, I was like, man, this has got to happen. So it just can be really hard sometimes if you roll into camp again. If it's freezing cold and if it's raining, it's hard to show all of that. So as far as clothes go, The nights have been into the low 30s to mid 30s. I'm keeping pretty warm at night with what I have been wearing. So I've been wearing all of the clothes that I brought. So I have my tank top under here. I have my base layer. Then I have that light blue kind of sun shirt. Then my rain jacket, then my puffy. And I wear a buff, and then I put my hoods over my hat and the puffy over my hat and my sleeping bag over my head as well. Then on my feet, well, for my legs, I have my base layer, and then I wear my lightweight trekking pants that I wore during the day. I have not put on my rain pants yet. They've been pretty muddy, so I've been trying to avoid that, but I do have them clean now, so I could if I need to tonight. And then for my socks, I have 2 pairs of smart wool socks on, as well as down booties. And then I have also been putting hot hands in them, in both of them. And they have been nice and toasty warm. So all of that has kept me very warm. And then I've also been sleeping with my mittens, and I put them, they're pretty lightweight mittens, but I will put them on and off as I need to. Let's give this a try. Always nice having hot food at the end of a long day. It's okay. Not terrible, not great. I have the Wild Zora beef mountain stew tomorrow night. I think I may like that one a little bit better. I'm not a huge fan of quinoa. Today was the best weather day yet that I've had. It got really warm even now at camp, just like I was saying. Just being able to wear this right now is amazing and not be very cold. I know it's going to get cold tonight, but hopefully it's only supposed to get down into the low 40s. This section coming through Nemo with the ATVs wasn't my favorite section of the trail. The miles did go by pretty quickly, so I can't really complain about it. I was able to get 21 miles in today. My original plan was only to go to Dalton Creek, the 18 miles, so any mileage past that was mileage into tomorrow's planned mileage. So now I kind of wanted to even it out, so it was about 21 each day. So now I'll have 21 to get to Alkali Creek, and that will be my last stop before I summit Bear Butte on Saturday. I can't believe it. I'm well over halfway done. I only have tomorrow and then Saturday. I'm just gonna wrap up eating dinner. I'm gonna go relax in my tent and eat all of the treats, go hang my bear line, and then it's gonna be lights out for me. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you for day 5.